Alright, this is made in Unity.
Yes. Fallout Equestria. God, I saw the title of this. I don't know how I feel. Huh.
Well, this is actually one of the 3 fan games I'm aware of that actually has made it to the demo stage of this. Yeah. Anyway, I'm Doseku. Joining me is the Evil Kit, and this is Fallout Equestria, a fan game based off of fanfic.
I will admit, you didn't know this, but I'm not unfamiliar with, My Little Pony fanfictions. I had a friend who did a Killing Floor, crossover with My Little Pony fanfiction. It was an interesting read.
Well, this one, if you hadn't noticed, is a Fallout with crossover with it. We're actually playing the character was it Little Pip, who is the main character in the series itself.
Little Pip. Interesting. It looks like you've got magic.
Well, of course, we're playing as a Pegasus. Or, I'm sorry, Unicorn.
A unicorn?
Yeah, we're Unicorn. Right. I forgot about that.
Alright, so I have watched a little bit of My Little Pony. I sort of understand the basics of it, and,
You really don't have to understand that show at all for this game, since this game takes place approximately 200 years after that. Somewhere after the Zebra Pony Wars.
Interesting. I like the lasers just shooting out of your head. Oh, and it appears you stumbled upon a cockroach. I don't think it looks like you're either not noticing it or ignoring it.
Yeah, I don't see that yet. At first I thought it was just part of the music, because I wasn't paying attention to the cockroach at my feet.
Well, you know, giant cockroaches, not usually a problem in Fallout.
Yeah, it happens.
And it's still chasing you, which is the great part. So what is this, what's sort of like the story behind this so far?
Well, it sort of follows Fallout's story. Somewhere in the past there was a war between the zebras and the ponies. And along that line, mega spells were unleashed, which were kind of like nukes, which completely devastated Equestria and the unknown Zebra Nation at that time. The first place to fall was with Cloudsdale, which caused the Pegasus to reseed. Then you had, like, was it Manhattan, Philadelphia, and a few other places get struck. Yeah. At one point, the unicorns just put a big old cloud over the entire Equestria to keep the zebras out. And that was technically how the war ended.
Okay, and I guess the cloud has come down or something?
No, it's still there.
It's still there? Okay.
Yeah. As far as I know, like I said, I haven't actually read the novel-length fanfiction that this thing is based off of. I know a little bit about it. Like, basically, any of the main 6 are either dead or crazy at this point.
Right.
Or missing.
Okay. I wouldn't blame you for not wanting to read the fan fiction this was based on.
Well, I mean, I understand. I hear it's like one of the more well-regarded works, but it's like I say, it's novel length, so.
Right.
We're gonna actually equip our little gun here.
Alright, so you got a gun, so instead of deciding to shoot lasers out of your horn, you now have a weapon. I guess it's attached to your head?
No, it's free-floating, because unicorns actually have the ability to levitate things.
Telekinesis, right. Okay, and now you're shooting zebras?
No, those are our protected ponies. I don't remember. Ooh, we're dead.
Your death sentence will be carried out in 3, 2.
It seems you didn't notice that you were half dead when you tried to engage them. So is there any, like, random generation in this, or is it mostly just all set right now since it's a demo?
Yeah, this is actually their first public demo of this game, so it's it says right there it's pre-alpha.
Right.
So what we're in is, I think it's Appleseed Farms, or wherever the heck Applejack works out of.
Right.
We got 4 enemy types in this version right now. The protected pony is one of them, the insects, and I think the raiders is the other one. We'll run into the raiders pretty soon here too.
Did you notice that you didn't notice it this time?
Eventually I'll notice that cockroach and I'll start attacking it.
Alright, are you saying you die a couple more times?
Actually, I die a few more times, but I wanted to show off as much of this as I could, you know.
Right. So how like is it just have they just limited it to one area at this point?
Yeah, because this is all. Yeah, yes, they have. This has been in work for a long time. This is probably as far as they got. The game is still not very complete.
Yeah, I noticed the massive frame drops going on.
But we can't strafe.
Can't strafe, God. That cockroach is still chasing you. That's actually hilarious.
Like a little pet.
Little roach. I see, and then you have the ability to heal yourself. That's
which is
pretty
nice.
Alright. Yeah. You finally noticed it. Well, so far, honestly, like it's made in Unity, which I'm not super familiar with. The only reason I know about it is that when I used to play the old Flash games back in the day, it was like a thing that people had gotten started into for like 2.5D and 3D stuff.
Yeah, it does. Actually, another fan game I did was that Matanda Robos Gigantes was completely done in Unity, and that's a completely 2D game.
Alright. Accidental discharge. I mean, it looks pretty solid. Like the content aside, I guess if you really like Fallout and you need a different game, this wouldn't be too bad once it's complete. Are they actually going to complete it, or is this like a...
Well, the intention is to complete it. It's supposed to follow the story. Oh, it's supposed to follow the story. So eventually we'll run into whatever happened to Twilight and freaking what's her face, Trixie, because what happened with Twilight, which was an interesting thing, is she became the minister of science, and she actually created a lab which created all the super mutants, and then tried to increase Trixie's power and turn her into a giant sludge monster.
Okay. There's a giant sludge monster, good to know. So what it...
Yeah, not anyone near us.
Oh, okay. What the... Is that a bandit, I guess?
That's a bandit.
She's got a shotgun that she just wrecked you with, I guess.
Now, if you've been paying attention, they're all completely voice acted. The protected ponies are robots. The bandits we usually talk about eating you.
AC. Dark and gritty. Just like Fallout. They were actually using shotguns, and I didn't just like make that up on the spot.
Yeah, they have guns.
Okay, I mean, but they're like, yeah, you finally noticed it this time.
There you go. But we might actually switch weapons here momentarily. As we put on our gear again. Yeah. Now there's a whole bunch of loot on this map, but we won't be seeing a lot of it, because I couldn't find everything that this map had on it at the moment.
Okay. I mean, what else is there to say? Like, this is My Little Pony and Fallout. I know there had always been, like, people trying to mod. I know that, like, there's the whole, if you ever follow the old awesome, awful game mods, thread.
Yeah.
They get, like, there have always been mentions of, like, people trying to mod in My Little Pony into Fallout. And with some degrees of success.
Right.
I think it definitely is probably easier if you're just making the game from the ground up, I should say.
And that's essentially what's happening here. This game is being made from the ground up. That's why it's been at least a couple years before the even this demo came out. I mean, I've seen previews of this before this, where they were showing off the model, how to get through. Oh, we're dead.
Wow, you just got sniped.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, I mean, I don't blame you. I guess there's not that much content in the mod in this at the moment. Like, about how much time do you think, aside, like, if you actually just tried to find everything and kill everything on the map?
I do not know. I think the longest we'd have seen on this went over to a half hour, but he probably went to, like, a lot of exploration.
Right.
Yeah, I'm just here to show off what the monsters involved so far, and at least some of the items you can get.
My god, man. Just back out and fire another warning shot, just to be sure.
Yeah. Now, I don't remember which death I decided. Oh, there we are. Best weapon.
Oh. Oh. Wow. Alright, you know what? That's actually pretty awesome.
Oh, and it can fire from a distance. Let's see, I think I see protected. Oh, that's a raider.
Wow. That's not overpowered at all.
Hey, I need you to help me prove something. My buddies think everything tastes like chicken.
I don't know how I feel about the voice acting, to be perfectly honest. It's kind of like... It's not horrible, but it's obviously amateur.
The interesting one, this one's dressed like Spike.
God.
It isn't horrible, it adds a nice little touch, and the audio here is pretty well because, we didn't get all of them, and eventually you're going to hear one off to the distance, and you'll be able to tell where it's at. In fact, I actually start going looking for it after a while once I start hearing it.
And this is where you realize you can walk while you're regenerating. Are there actual apples in the trees? I thought I saw like a vaguely red-shaped fruit up there somewhere, but I might be crazy.
Wait, zombies?
Zombies? Oh, you found another cockroach. Oh, are they flies? What the hell? So, I mean, it's sort of, like, I want to say that it baffles me that people can put this much effort into something, but it's actually not all that baffling. Like, people will really invest time in things they like, and it's...
Yeah, oh, I get it,
Yeah.
I've been watching this, development for a while, because I really did want to show the demo off when it actually came out. This is actually one of 2 games of this type. Well, there is another MLP fan game I'm waiting for, but they don't have a demo out yet, even though they got a bunch of gameplay videos showing what it looks like.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. It's not based off Fallout. It's actually its own entity that's a brawler.
Alright.
Yeah, but they last I checked their blog, they just got their voice actors, so I guess I'll have to wait longer for that one. But it looks sweet. What I've seen of it so far looks sweet as hell.
Okay, so there are apples in that tree. Also,
Yeah.
the saw blade mohawks is pretty sweet. I won't lie.
I know, right?
So in general, did you bother to compare the stats of the laser and the guns? Like,
I'm not.
are they like comparable at all, or is it just like, you know, if you weren't a unicorn, you would only have the guns sort of thing?
Well, the thing is, as far as I can tell from the FAQ on this, you don't get any choice on what character you get to play as. How you get to play as a character is up to you, though.
I see. So, what, it's going to be like episodic with you getting to use different characters?
No. Like I said, the Fallout Equestria follows the story of Little Pip, who broke out from
Right.
Stable 2. And as Little Pip changes the world for the better as the story progresses. And that's who we're supposed to be playing as.
Oh, okay. So do you know, like, the general overarching theme of the story that the fanfiction that they wrote, or do you not, like, know the specifics?
I don't, because again, I haven't read it, or read much into it.
Okay.
I mean, we do get to learn the fates of a lot of the tertiary characters and such from the original show, and that's
Right.
pretty interesting. But you will probably never meet one of them unless you're running into one of the possible ghosts, which comes up a lot later in.
I see.
Yeah. Now, like I said, I don't think we'll run into any zebras. Although I think the only one that was in Equestria at that point would have been, was it Zakora?
I'm not familiar with her name.
Anyway, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. It's all MLP. Who gives a shit? The game is actually kind of cool. I'm sure it'll get knocked for its for the fact that it's based on a My Little Pony fanfiction, but it looks pretty decently fun so far. I mean, you're a fucking unicorn that shoots lasers out of your head. That's
Oh, I know, I love that.
It's actually awesome. And they're not even rainbow colored, which is great.
So this is a stable scientist uniform. Looks nice, right?
Well,
Yeah.
I can see it. I mean, I guess there's the whole like what is that even supposed to be in the pocket anyway? Is
I
that
think
like
it's a radio.
recorder? Radio? I mean,
Yeah.
who are you gonna call? Ghostbusters?
Well, probably, I don't know. The interesting thing to notice, the protected ponies say we're on, what was it, private property, even though the person who owned this is probably long gone.
Right.
And I don't know who they're supposed to represent. I think they're supposed to represent the government entity, or what little government entity that remains.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
That's interesting, destroyed house. I don't know what's
Are
going on
those
there.
bloat flies, by the way? Are they supposed to be?
I think they are, yeah.
flies? Okay. Well. I mean, I'm not sure how I feel about this game. Like, it looks pretty cool. But, oh god, is that a baseball? Baseball beatdown, pony style. Oh my goodness. Alright.
I hope you enjoyed the game.
I don't know if I'd play it myself. I'd probably watch it though.
Well, again, where it's pre-public alpha, you can't expect much, but at least it looks like they finally got the gameplay down, so they'll probably speed up from here, hopefully.
We'll see how it goes. I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to it, actually.
Same here, man. So, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. See you later.
See you guys around.